day, my friends. This is day 18 of 30 Days of Rainbow. This glorious journey was created by Juniper Klatt with intention inspired. And today's intention is I am awake. Awake! So today, let us breathe and find the life coursing through our bodies. It's that chi, it's that prana. Ooh, you know what it feels like. It feels so good. Yeah, today let's not coast or trudge through life, but be awake. Kicking it off with some juice and some poetry from Juniper. Enjoy.
Welcome to 30 Days of Rainbow, Day 18. Today's intention is I am awake. Okay, so there's a whole story behind this one. On yesterday's day, I am infinite. I mentioned a time when I came up against all of my edges and all of my opposites. And it really, it was like a full-on terrifying, spiritual, awakening, breaking, near-death experience. And during that time, I became really captivated with this simple idea. It was just a question, are you awake? And I've heard this idea echoed in many different spiritual traditions and with many different spiritual teachers. This idea of being awake. And I'm not talking about are you sleeping physically and then you wake up in the morning and you're awake. I mean awake. Like when you have cold water splashed in your face. Like when you look at something and suddenly you see the colors and the textures, or when you smell something and it just takes over your whole body, when you're with someone you love and you're vibrating, you're singing, your cells are singing. Are you awake? And I'm gonna say this a little bit boldly, I think, that perhaps to be deeply, juicily, sloppily, wildly alive is to be awake. And I'm going to be real with you. Sometimes being awake is you see things that you would rather numb out to. Being awake to the beauty is also to be awake to the pain. If you wake up and you realize I'm rushing through this day, I feel stuck. I feel icky about the things on my to-do list. I feel disconnected from my body. I'm lonely. I'm eating food, but I'm not really hungry, or I'm not really connecting to the spirit of the food. I think to wake up is to immediately realize all the ways that we're not awake. And there's some grief there. So I just want to invite whatever comes up for you today. If it's this fiery, exciting, adventurous invitation to be awake, yes, jump on that train. If with this question you suddenly feel shame and sadness and grief for not being awake, honor that. Feel that. Breathe that. See if you can let it pass. I've got a few poems for us to get at. What is the texture? What is the feeling of being awake? And then I invite you to go through this session today and head on over to the activity feed and talk about this. What does being awake look like, feel like, taste like to you? Here's a few poems from my book, Becoming a Rainbow. I wake up at lung time, to dreams filling my heart space, to the moon bathing my room, to my heart beating. Sing me a song of the night, the one where we walk until the leaves fall off the trees and the sun caresses the mountains until they hum in the midnight. The one where chaos sits next to happiness and we dance with rose hips in our hands until feelings make sense again. The kind that softly kisses you awake in the morning, slowly surrendering to the day. Let me listen with my heart, not my fear. Let me sing along with groans and words that mismatch and crisscross through melodies until we are all laughing. Sing me a song of the night, the one where the veil folds and we get caught up in hoping, holding hands with ghosts and breathe after fear passes. I will close my ears and feel colors. I will breathe and let everything free. I walked until the stars came out. I walked until the sun started bleeding life. I walked until I stopped. There is a deepening to stillness, a power in opening the doors, letting the waters mix and flow. We are mirrors of the universe. Are you awake?
Am I? Good question. I feel like I am, but I also always feel like there's this endless opportunity to be more and more and more and more and more awake. How fun. Whatever it was that resonated for you, let's just speak this more into our awakeness with today's affirmation.
Day 18, I am awake. Here's our affirmation to read out loud. I am awake to possibility. I am aware of the abundant energy and goodness and trust available to me. I go into the storehouse and have everything I need.
Hop, skip, diving right into our daily challenge, which is to take deep belly breaths for 3 minutes. And then hold your breath and notice what shifts. And let me tell you, if you have never done this, I would liken it to a climactic drug experience. No joke. I don't know if you've ever tried LSD or MDMA, but your breath can release similar chemicals into your brain, into your body, and you can really feel just the chi flowing in different ways. I can say. And with I think at this point, hundreds of people who I've done breath work with, it's a shared experience. And it's wild because every time I'm like, wow, this is my breath. It's always here. I can always do this. I can always totally change the sensations that I'm feeling in my body and help just kind of reground, re-aliven myself with my breath. And this is why we've been doing this every morning here at the base camp with the fam. We wake up and we breathe together. Such a beautiful way to just get into the day, get into the body, waking up the body and stir everything around. So I really, really suggest you try this, and so much so that I'm going to do it with you right now. I like how Juniper offered us to do this for 3 minutes, because that is what we do when we do our Wim Hof style breathing. We set a timer for 3 minutes, and I'll guide us through this. It's pretty simple. There's a lot of different type of breathing techniques. Many of them just kind of piggyback off of same principles, same ideas. But what I will guide us through is based off of the Wim Hof method, which is to take an efforted inhale. So you breathe in, and when you do this, try to focus on pulling the air deep into your belly, deep into the bowl of the belly, down low into down where the belly button is, as deep as you can, and then pull the air in up into the chest, even up into the neck until you're full. And then on the exhale, it's just a release. No need to like force it out. It's just a full relaxation into the body and letting the breath breathe you out. So I'll guide us through this for 3 minutes. And then at the end, we will do a breath hold. And with the Wim Hof style method, for some reason, I don't know why, but it's cool kind of how it works out like this. We do the hold on the exhale. And it's more of like a neutral place where you're not fully exhaled, but it's just kind of like we'll take our last breath, deep breath in. And then when we exhale, we just relax to neutral and then hold our breath right there. So I'm going to go ahead and set a timer, and we're just going to do this together. I hope you're in a comfortable place. The two positions I like to be in the most when I'm breathing is either sitting straight up, just as you would do if you were, I don't know, meditating or something. Just straight up, bones stacked so the muscles can relax. Or flat on your back. Because then when you're flat on your back, you're in a position where your breathing is a lot easier because your body is in an alignment where you don't have to do much engaging with your muscles to keep you in that position, right? So you're more fully relaxed and can kind of like take deeper breaths. So whatever's cozy for you. If you're driving, please do not do this because you can get dizzy. Please don't do this if you're driving. Make sure you're in a safe place. Also, please never do this if you're near water or potentially could like fall in water. My brother almost died straight up. Healthy fear. I wanna just insert right now into you with this breathing. Don't do this in water. Many people have put themselves at serious risk by passing out. And what happens when we over oxygenate our bodies and we pass out? No problem. Our body knows how to start breathing and we just come to. But when we're in water, that's a little more difficult. So if you're driving, if you're near water, please do not do this. If you are in a safe place, let's get to it. So 3 minutes starting now. Go ahead, just tune into your breath for a moment. Go ahead and invite a little more air in and relax it out. Breathing into the bottom of the belly. Relax to neutral. Feeling the air. Relax it out. Try to focus on bringing the air into the bottom of the belly and then up into the chest. Even higher. Relax it out. Deep breath in. Relax. Keep it going. Doesn't matter if you're breathing through your mouth or your nose. If you want a little more energizing feeling, your mouth allows you to get some more air in quicker. Kind of gets the energy moving a little quicker. Maybe breathe through your nose if you want to breathe slower and get a little more relaxation into it, whatever you need. Another thing I like to do is go belly, chest, let it out. Belly, chest, let it out. It's fun. There's so much to play with. You might notice maybe your hands and legs start to tingle. Maybe your face even starts tingling. That's perfectly normal. That's just those cells that haven't gotten as much of that oxygen that are just waking up. It's that chi stirring around the body. And you'll really feel it when we hold our breath. We have about 30 more seconds, so make it your own, whatever you want. Make it your best. Deep breath in. Your lungs have expanded a lot more. You can probably notice how you can feel a lot more of air into your body. Let's do 3 more breaths. 1. 2. Last breath. Deep breath in. Relax to neutral. And hold. Now that your body is so much more oxygenated, you might notice that you can hold your breath a lot longer. So challenge yourself. If you're really feeling the urge to breathe, maybe release any extra air you have and take a deep, full breath in and hold it at the top of the inhale. Feel that? Wow, yes, yummy. So what happens typically for me when I do this breathing is during the breathing, I start to notice a little bit of tingling, a little bit of waking up in my body where there's maybe been a little bit more stagnation, because as we're inviting more oxygen into our body, our heart is pumping the blood harder and further and just circulating more resources around the body. And that is so healthy. That is so healthy. The health benefits of this are seemingly endless because whatever you're working with, whatever your body needs, just that circulation helps return things to homeostasis so much better, because there's just so much more resources flowing around the whole body. And then so you might notice a myriad of different sensations. It's beautiful, and it's always changing for me. And then on the hold, whoa, that's when I feel just like this bliss. It's like this mental release and this expansive feeling where I am like kind of like an out of body sensation. Feel more tapped into just the interconnectedness of things, and wow, no, it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. I've done this with people, and they've just straight up cried out of joy because of the sensations they're feeling. And I've been there too. I have the most beautiful like realizations and remembrances of just how beautiful the world is and this life is. And so, yeah, it puts me in such a beautiful state of mind. So, yeah, and that's just 3 minutes. Just 3 minutes. Gosh, so beautiful. Such a wonderful tool. Awesome. Thanks for doing that with me. Alrighty, diving into our journal prompt for the day. Our question is, what am I waking up to? What am I waking up to? Maybe you noticed something while you were holding your breath or breathing. Go ahead and, if you have your journal handy, whip it out. Write this question at the top and do the repeat questions style journaling where you write this question at the top of your journal and just answer it over and over and over and see what layers come through. Go ahead and hit pause. Give yourself the opportunity to do that. Here is the poem that was inspired by today's journal prompt. And I just gotta say, like, the way that these poems come through is pretty fun. I've been doing this morning pages that is from Julia Cameron's work from her book, The Artist's Way, A Spiritual Path to Higher Creativity. And one of the exercises she has you do on the daily is this morning pages, where you just stream of consciousness style, just write whatever comes through and do your best to not let your critic prevent you from just exploring your consciousness and just get brain dump it all out. And so I've had a lot of fun with these questions. I'll just write the question at the top of the page, kind of like what we're doing, and then just freestyle, flow it out. And then kind of when it comes to a conclusion, I kind of take a step back and look at what I wrote. I usually surprise myself, and a poem is always there. I just got to kind of like suss it out. So that's been my process, and it's been very fun and helpful. Very cool. So here is today's poem. I am waking up to who I really am. A soul of light energy, already enough, accepted completely. I am waking up to the beauty all around, everywhere. Yes, even destruction, opportunity for healing. I am waking up to what's most important. Vibrations that dance my heart, joys that inspire play, presence that wakes me up. Today's quote comes from Zora Neale Hurston, who said, "Love makes your soul crawl out from its hiding place." And that wraps it up for another beautiful session of rainbow magic. Awakeness. I hope that inspired you to tune into the things that help inspire you to be more awake in your life. Feel free to check the link in the description to join the conversation over at Intention Inspired. We have an activity feed for this course where we can play and share and co-create. All right, so tomorrow, day 19, our intention is I am receiving. So I look forward to that. Until then, enjoy an awakeful day. And I will leave us with the song Take Your Time by Fergus James and John Dix. Enjoy.
Take your time. Life's lessons aren't learned in a day. As you grow, know you're clearing the pathway. Go easy on yourself. You're the only one of you. Just take your time. I'd move heaven and earth for you. Let the warm light touch your skin and listen to the song that plays within. Let the moment be love. When all seems lost, you're frightened to death of it all. Hold my hand, I'll be sure you don't fall. Go easy on yourself. You're the only one of you. When all seems lost, I'll move heaven and earth for you. Let the warm light touch your skin and listen to the song you hold within. Let the moment be love. Light touch your skin and listen to the song that plays within. Let the moment be